We out here grinding to shine. Time to grind. It's boxing time. Doing what we do best. On the boxing clinic. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We're gonna talk about some Mikey and Broner. It's a big fight coming up next Saturday. Kind of wish it was this Saturday, but the wait makes the anticipation that much better. And shout out to my boy Julius Henderson, man. Always dropping that boxing knowledge. Ain't always right. Neither am I. But good boxing mind as well. Got me thinking about this. If either or, but let's start off here. If Broner loses, what will the narrative be of this fight? I know it depends on how he loses, but if he loses, let's say in general, he loses, Garcia looks spectacular. Well, now the rest of those Adrien Broner fans that's left on that side that still promote him, market him, like to see him, will they finally see what other Adrien Broner fans that converted away from him, or the haters always seen that he wasn't so good? So would a narrative be if Mikey Garcia, whoops, Adrien Broner or beats him, that Broner was, never that good? He was overrated. He was, he never was going to be the Floyd Mayweather heir apparent. He never was a B plus, a A- fighter like some people think he is, or think he eventually was going to be. And is the gravy train over with? Or would a narrative be that, Mikey Garcia opened up a lot of eyes and he made a statement, and he is good as people, as some of his supporters said he was. What will the narrative of the fight be if Broner loses? Now, I'm gonna tell you what it is. One half of it or a quarter of it is going to be that, whatever Adrien Broner lays up after this fight, which is, I think if he loses, which I'm starting to come around that he may win. He may can win. I'm thinking he's closing the gap in my mind, to be honest. But I'm still gonna roll with Mikey, obviously. But if he wins, good to him. But if he loses, I think it's gonna be some excuse making. I'm not a 140 pounder. I had trouble making weight. I was weight drained. I'm going to 147. I think that's best for me right now. And if he lays off that and makes an excuse or walks out the ring after he did with Madonna and makes an excuse after the fight, will his fans parlay off of that? Will they follow him off of that? Will they agree with him, or will they just be like the rest of the other people that was Adrien Broner fans that after they seen the Sean Porter fight, they open their eyes and say, he's not as good as we thought he was or once was going to be, which I am one of those people that thought he had the ability to be good. And one of my dudes that box, I think he's pro now, but he told me, when he was fighting right before he fought DeMarco, he said Adrien Broner is not going to be tested till you get to 147 pounds. He said then that's going to be the real test. And I didn't understand what he meant. And then I seen it. I see what he was talking about. Because obviously he lost twice at welterweight. 3 times at welterweight versus Paulo Malignaggi. But that's a whole story for another day that I added to the prediction video as well. Or will they give Mikey Garcia his credit? If Mikey Garcia out there looks spectacular and do what he's supposed to do, it's going to be like, oh, shit, Mikey was just that good. And I think the knee-jerk reaction is going to be, that Broner, is a failure. He's a flop. He's finally focused. He did everything right for this fight, and he still lost. And people are going to be like, well, it is what it is. He wasn't what we thought he was going to be. Fuck him. He's a stepping stone now, or he's close to being a stepping stone. I don't think people are going to give Mikey his credit until 3 or 4 fights, 5 fights down the line. Once he, continues his career and he goes on to have good success, then people are going to come back and look like, yeah, you know what? Mikey Garcia was just that good. Off the rip, he's not going to get his credit for beating Broner, no matter how impressive it is. It's going to be a sob story, especially if Broner makes up an excuse about how he couldn't make weight or how he struggled to make weight or whatever it's going to be. He's not going to get his credit off the rip, especially from those Broner fans. It's going to be based on that Broner never was good as we thought he was, and people going to play off of that. They still going to say, oh, we don't know about Mikey Garcia. He ain't that good. No matter how impressive he looks, that's going to be the narrative of the story. Especially if Broner plays the victim role with the excuse making. But if Broner gets to win and look spectacular, all the people that says that Mikey Garcia was a bum, no chin, too small, and all that shit, they gonna act like he was the second coming. oh, you know what, Broner, Mikey Garcia, they had him in the pound for pound list. He beat up Salido. Lomachenko couldn't beat Salido. He beat Rocky Martinez. Then they gonna start rounding off names that he did. So they want to diminish his name now. If Broner beats him, oh, no way Broner gonna lose. They gonna diminish his name now. But once Broner beats him, they gonna rise his name up. Oh, Broner beat Mikey Garcia, but before the fight, you said he wasn't shit. Just like they try to say, oh, Adrien Broner was a tough fighter. Come on, man. He beat Amir Khan while Khan was sick. He's a good fighter, but he ain't nowhere near a B plus, a B fighter. He's not even a B fighter. Emmanuel Taylor. Oh, did he knock him out? No, he didn't knock him out. He beat him. He knocked him down in the last round. So, at the end of the day, it's going to be whatever convenient for the haters. On either side, it's going to be whatever convenient. But I think the narrative of this story is Mikey Garcia is going to get credit for down the line, similar to the Madonna fight. When Madonna gave Floyd hell, people started giving Broner credit for, being tough and sticking there with Madonna. I think this is going to be the same replay with the Mikey Garcia thing if Mikey Garcia win. But we gone.